like, why is he asking for the DNA of my child?
Yeah.
So at first, I didn't take him serious. Not until my father-in-law started talking about it. And I had to put a call through to him. You know, I called him, I asked him again, like, Daddy, what really happened? Like, why are you doing this to Liam? And he kept on saying, why do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's place? Does it bear my mother-in-law's surname? Like, what effort do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's place and not his own house in Ikorodu? Is he not the owner of his grandchild? You know? And I still try to tell me, Daddy, I'm scared because you've been going out there to say different things about me. But I'm scared. Like, you know, you cannot keep doing this and expect me to bring Liam to you. Then he was like, okay, what's the problem? And, you know, he hung up. So I was expecting him to talk about the DNA, but he never did. So I think, no, the next day he went on live on TikTok, on Instagram live to talk about the DNA again. Like, he was literally talking about it like almost every day. So I think 3 days after I called him again. Like, I wanted to ask him, like, what does he really want? Like, I really want him to stop going out there to defame my baby. But he didn't pick up my calls. I called him repeatedly for like a week, but he did not pick up. So I stopped calling. So I think around November, it was around November, he sent a message to my lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent a message to my lawyer that I should bring Liam to him, that he wants to perform a DNA test on him. So my lawyer sent it to me, and I told my lawyer that I am scared. Like, I'm scared to take my baby to him because he has gone out there to say so many defamatory things about me. He has said it publicly that he hates me so much. Like, he even went as far as trying to cajole my brother-in-law to lie, like to implicate me one way or the other. You know, yeah, because, you know, he said it online that I used to put substance in my husband's food.
Who said this?
My father-in-law. Then I would go and F around after. Because he never knew it was my brother-in-law that prepared my husband's last meal. So when he got to realize that it was my brother-in-law, he put a call through to my mother-in-law. But fortunately, I was with her that day. So he just called to tell her that, he just got to know that it was Adura that prepared my husband's last meal. That Adura and Mama should come over to his house in Ikorodu so they will know how to package the whole thing and put it on my head. I was so fortunate to be with Mama that day because I had to put it on record. And, you know...
So you have a recording of this?
They should, you know, so that they will not to put the other on my head. What if it was poison that killed my husband? That Adura should come to him because he does not want to lose another child. Because now he didn't know that it was my brother, that prepared his last meal, and he has gone out there to talk about me putting something in his food. Because now we do not know the result, what the autopsy would bring. Like, what if the autopsy said he died of poison? I'm so grateful that I was with my mother that day because it's not as if I had the intention of recording it, but I just had to do the recording because his intention was really bad. And for him to have thought of something like that, you know, I feel like, this man does not have my best interest at heart. But I was so fortunate to be with my mother that day, so I had to put that thing on record.
But that essentially means that your father-in-law wanted to accuse you of murdering your husband.
He has tried. There is nothing he has not said. So when he got to realize that it was my brother, but I know that prepared that last meal, he stopped that poisoning narrative. Then he moved to many other ones. Yeah.
A question for those of us that may be ignorant of this.
Okay.
Why can't you do the test without him?
The reason is because I've been called different names. He has called me a promiscuous woman. He has called me a cheating wife. You know, I've been called different names that people tend not to believe whatever I have to say anymore. Like, he has said so many things to my persons, and I feel like if I should get the DNA done without his consent, without him being present, that will cause another riot. That will cause another problem, because you know that is what he actually want me to just do one silly mistake, because he knows that I already caught him. Like I'm about to stop his means of surviving. And he knows that once, so now he just want to frustrate me to do things out of anger.
Yeah.
So he want to frustrate me to go ahead and do the DNA. So once it is done, then he will start going out there that, oh, the result is fake. And people will believe him because he's been the only one talking. Do you understand?
I get that. But do you think even if it's done in a reputable hospital, he will still be able, people will still believe him? Because if according to you, he's trying to frustrate it.
I don't think you, like, do you go online often and often?
No, I don't.
My father-in-law is now a celebrity. He's everywhere.
So I don't understand what you're dealing with.
People, like, he's at least in a week, at least he do get into, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 times in a week.
Right.
So people tend to listen to whatever he has to say because he has been the only one talking. The rest of the family has just been silent, because of the legacy of my husband. There is no way we would talk or say anything that my husband's name will not be attached to it. Right now as I'm here, I'll be addressed as Mohbad's wife or Mohbad's widow. So his name is attached to whatever. So the glory, is being attached. So I don't want his legacy to get ruined from me. But I'm very sure that is why the other family member has been quiet.
Yeah.
And
So what are you going to do? Because if I understand what you're saying that because of the way that he has mobilized public sympathy, anything you do now will be misinterpreted. So you're being careful.
Yeah.
But it seems like he leaves because if what you're saying is he doesn't want to do the DNA.
He doesn't.
So it feels like you have no other. So what other choice do you have?
That is why I'm here. Like, I feel like there should be an organization protecting children in Nigeria, because I know where all of this thing happening to Liam can never happen abroad. Now that
he's gone to TV stations.
Yeah.
He said this. So what happens next now?
Okay, so myself and my lawyer will be going to the court to report these whole incidents to the court, and to also get the permission from the court to get DNA done under their supervision.
Right. So the court will supervise this.
Yes.
So your lawyer is deciding that you guys are going to the court to say, let's do this DNA.
Yeah, under your supervision.
Under your supervision, right.
Yeah, and we might probably, we don't know, publish it online for people to see.
So you ask the court for permission to publish the DNA.
Yeah, so we can keep them updated on how
this is going.
The whole thing is going on, because I feel like my calmness will just make things worse.
Yeah.
In 5 years, we will be here till forever.
Yeah.
I know DNA will be done because it seems uninterested.
It seems that ever since mohbad died, you have not even had time to grieve your husband.
I've not even won the death of my husband. Like, I've not even seen closure at all. It still feels like my husband is still alive because he's in Yaba morgue. He has not been buried.
He has not been buried.
Yeah, he has not been buried. He has not been buried. It's so sad. He has not been buried. And he's been in pieces twice. They literally did 2 autopsies. The government autopsy and the private autopsy my father-in-law did.
Yeah.
And I can tell you for a fact that there is no genuine reason why he's still there. My father-in-law has no genuine reason. But he's been granting interviews saying, oh, the government do not want him to get justice. The government is this, the government is that. Like, he's been manipulating the public. Like, he has said so many things. That people, I don't feel like there's anything that people would say, this public